Warning, spoilers.
Batman and Robin, Volume 1.
Batman and Robin Volume 1 begins with Dick and Damian dealing with the villain known as Professor Pig. Now, Professor Pig is a really messed up villain. What he does is that he takes people and he uses this mask to put on their faces, which would graft their skin and turn them into Daltrons, as he calls them. This kind of continues the whole thing with Grant Morrison and people's faces when he did the Batman run. First off, we had um, the killer in the first story of Batman Black Glove, which I've already talked about. And then we have Lebasu, the Hunchback from Batman R.I.P. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And then we have Professor Pig in the first story. And in the second story, we have Flamingo, who I'll talk about later. So, and besides that, that doesn't even, I know that's creepy itself with him doing that to people, but he also does this. This. Sorry. Um, I I just went to the dentist and they fixed up my braces. He has like this weird like thing with pain. Like he actually loves it when people hurt him. Like I mean, when Batman and Robin fight him and punch him multiple times, he's like, "Hit me again," and they're like, "No." Like he's like a really sick villain. Like I'm kind of curious if they're gonna keep him like this for the new 52, or if they're gonna change him like Black Mask. Like, well, not like Black Mask, because what they did with Black Mask was really stupid. But like, I'm kind of curious what they're gonna do with him, and if they're gonna keep his son in there. In the next story, Red Hood returns with a new partner, Scarlet, who was first seen in the first story. Damien was supposed to help Scarlet get away from Professor Pig, but fails horribly, and Scarlet, wants payback because now her face is, pretty messed up, and the mask can come off at any time, like unlike the others. But she's worried that if she takes it off, she will look horrible. Um, Jason Todd tells her not to worry about it, and they kind of go off and start doing their own type of justice by killing people with their red guns. Now, obviously, Dick and Damien, don't want to deal with these guys, so they try to talk them out of this, but there's no way you can talk to Jason Todd about not killing people. Um, this story is pretty good, and it does a really good job at introducing the flamingo, who likes to eat people's faces, and like all he does is like grin and like just hurt people. Like this guy makes Pink look scary. Like that, I gotta say that's really cool as a flamingo. There's like only one real issue I have with the second story, and that is Jason's hair. For some reason, Jason dyes his hair red, and their excuse is that it's the pre-crisis Jason talking. Like somehow Jason has remembered it, and I just have to ask, how? How does Jason remember pre-crisis Jason? In fact, how the heck does he get that one messed up though? Because this is what he says. He says, um, Batman dyed my hair so I look more like Dick. While in the pre-crisis story, where they first introduced Jason, he dyed his own hair to look like Dick Grayson because his original Robin costume got messed up, and so he decided to take the original costume. And since there wasn't any other way, he decided to dye his hair to just look more like Dick Grayson. So Jason did that. So why doesn't Jason say that? Um, but I guess it wouldn't make sense with the thing that Jason would say later in the end of the story, where he tells Dick, "You know what? I try to be like you. I try to be like Bruce, but it's just not me. Look, I'm not like you guys, and you gotta deal with it." Which I thought was a really interesting moment with Jason, and what thought that'd be a nice conclusion to the whole Jason Todd story arc involving Batman trying to help Jason. But then they continue with the fourth volume, which isn't on here because Grant Morrison didn't work on it. I will talk about it, but not in this line. Oh yeah, and then the New 52 happened. And still, I'm not reading Red Hood and the Outlaws ever. Um, so Yeah, the artwork for the stories is very good. The first one is done by Frank Quietly, and he is freaking awesome. He does a really interesting thing with the sound effects. Like when Batman and Robin, start flying off in the Batmobile, they actually have like a puff of smoke actually showing the sound effects. I don't know why, but I think that's really cool. Um, so if you're a Batman fan, I say check the story out. It's very good. If you're a Dick Grayson fan, check this out. If you're a Grant Morrison fan, definitely check this out. That's all I gotta say about Batman and Robin, Volume One, Batman Reborn.
Hope you liked this video. Goodbye.